Hello YouTube, this is Dark Emissary 617, and this is my review for my Emerald City Comic Con exclusives of Padme Amidala, Cagney Carnation, and Mugman, just because I got them on Gamestop with Padme Amidala online. So I bought Padme and Mugman off of GameStop, but the GameStop exclusive Cagney Carnation I got off of eBay. For a good deal, though, at least. So, before anything else, we're going to go check out all of them boxes. First off is Padme. Padme Amidala is number 237 in the Star Wars line of Funko Pops. And you'll see there with her name, Padme Amidala. You also see the Funko 2018 Spring Convention exclusive or the Emerald City Comic Con exclusive Funko Pops. And on the back, you can see all the other pops that, for the most part, are going to be impossible to get. For next one is Cagney Carnation. And I must say, before I go over the box itself, mine is in some of easily the worst condition of any box I've gotten in a while. It may be hard to see, but there's a lot of creases. It's really bent out of shape. And that's a shame, but it's the only reason I got it for such a good deal. He's number 331 in the Games series of Funko Pops, and also has the sticker. On the back, there are all the other Funko Pops that you can collect in the line, and this also makes Cagney Carnation the first boss, aside from King Dice and the Devil, of course, to get a Funko Pop. So I'm hoping we're going to get some more down the line, like maybe Captain Briny Beard, Baroness von Bonbon, Calamaria, just to name a few. Mugman here is number 311 in the game series, and oddly enough, I think he's the most interesting. Because you see here, he has this more surprised expression, but he has a much more laid-back, happier look on his face. It's one of the more different looking ones. On the back, it's the same, and because I pointed it out before, I wanted to point it out again. When opening the box, inside the corner, you still see Mugman and Cuphead on the side of the box, as if this is like a nod to the whole tutorial screen in the game. I thought that was pretty neat. So, with those out of the way, let's get a good look at each of them. And I guess since ladies first, I suppose, with Lady Padme Amidala. I gotta say, for Funko Pop, she looks incredible. She looks very nice, I have to say. Her hair is very neatly designed. It's all tied up all over on the back. And her hair kind of looks like a bunch of rope because of that. The bobblehead works lovely on her. She has the blaster, and she kind of is dressed up like the way she was on the Battle of Geonosis, when she, Anakin, and Obi-Wan were all tied up and had to take on Acklay, Nexu, and Reek. She took on Nexu. So it's interesting that they didn't actually put the scar on her body like in the movie. And when you see her, she has a bit of a torn-up shirt there already. And she surprisingly has some pecs there, as you'll see. She's a lot more buff than I remembered in the film. So she has this white outfit overall, with some silver choke bracelets around her forearms. And her outfit overall looks very nice. And she's just so much more ripped than I remember in the film. I don't remember her being that buff. Some decent pecs there. And she doesn't seem to come off the base. She may have been glued on. I can't take her off the base from what I can tell, so annoyingly, she seems to be another character that's glued onto the base, but she does come with it. Next up is good old Cagney Carnation. And man, does this guy look crazy. I love what they did with him. He's basically a living flower. And he has like all these spikes on the sides of his petals, and he has his arms in that jazzy, swaggy pose where in the game he would always move his arms back and forth like he does before he attacks. And he's kind of got the leaves on the ground to help him stand, so he stands up just fine. And His thorns are pretty well painted, but I do see what others have meant. Yes, the green paint does bleed onto the thorns, which is a shame. And his face just looks insane. Like, he looks so mean, like ready to attack Cuphead and Mugman like he does in the game. His teeth actually has some texture to feel like they actually are molded as opposed to just painted on. He has the Pac-Man-esque looking eyes I always thought they looked like, and his eyebrows just come down to give him this really mean look, and he has this really pointy nose. So be careful with that, it might poke someone pretty badly. And you can see it attaches to the neck there, and nothing rotates, so no head articulation. But that's okay, because Cagney Carnation looks wonderful, just the way he is. And at last, for the sake of the fact he's a Cuphead Funko Pop, there's good old Mugman, the Luigi, basically, player 2 of the game. I like him. He has this nice blue nose, which looks round. The Pac-Man-esque eyes, yet again. His mouth is molded open, which looks very cool. The tongue is just there. He has the cup handle on the side of his head. The blue and white straw with the blue stripes on it. And this substance in his head, which I never knew. It was like milk or coffee or cream. We don't know. His head rotates just fine. And he has his bendy arms just swaying to the side there, while the other is just on his hip there. He's in this weird stance. It's kind of like a cool laid-back walking pose. He does come off his base and stands up pretty okay. He is a bit wobbly, but he does stand up just fine, and does come with a base that you can remove anytime, or just attach anytime you feel like it. He seems to be kind of a tricky one to put on the base sometimes, but if you line up just fine, he will stick on just fine, and he is pretty neat looking. Also, here's a good look at his back, and the blue pants look very nice, and I love how they painted the shoes and his legs there. So overall, these are some neat looking pops, and I do recommend you pick them up. Padme Amidala should still be available on Gamestop.com, I believe, but Cagney Carnation will be a little bit trickier to get a hold of. So overall, these are my reviews for my Emerald City Comic Con exclusives. The GameStop exclusives also to be sold. A Padme Amidala, Cagney Carnation, and the standard common Funko Pop of Mugman. This is Dark Emissary 617 signing out.